So, at this time and relative dimension in space, you are watching Our McWorld.
Hello. Welcome.
So today, we're talking who? Oh, I'm Courtney. I already told you she was Mallory. Who? Okay. Totally off topic, but I listened to Who Let the Dogs Out the other day, like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That song's a little different when you're a grown person. And I don't know why grown people let us listen to it in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I kept singing Who Let the Spies Out instead of Who Let the Dogs Out, because that was our classic TV show we did not film, but made up on our own.
Dun dun dun.
The Spies. We were the spies.
We should bring back the spies for this channel.
Yes.
We're gonna go on missions again.
You know what was funny though? So the Spies theme song obviously went to Who Let the Dogs Out. And so it was like, who let the spies out? Who? But then we would talk about, and everybody's solving a crime. Spies don't really solve crimes.
No.
I don't really know. We had a weird, it was middle school.
Yes, it was.
I guess we didn't know what spies did.
Yeah, but I was really, like, Harriet the Spy was one of my heroes, and Nancy Drew, and so I always thought, let's go on missions and solve crime, even though, yeah, I'm like you. I don't actually think spies solve crime. I think they just
Provide intel.
spy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess their information could help solve crimes, but...
Yeah. But really, like, I guess Harriet, really, that's what she did, was collected information.
Right.
More so than solve crimes. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm a spy in real life. They probably don't watch this channel, but there's these 3 people that shop at Kroger at the same time that I do, and I'm slowly gathering intel on these people. Why? I don't know yet.
Because there might be a reason to.
I think eventually I could have the workings of a true crime novel, assuming one of them commits a crime, and also I found out about it. I've gathered very limited intel thus far. Okay, anyway, if you're watching, I'm watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that creepy? Where's the camera? It's over there, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, back to what we're actually supposed to be talking about, Doctor Who.
Yes. So we found out not too long ago that Jodie Whittaker will be leaving after this next season of Doctor Who.
Yes.
So, which we do this every time. Well, I say every time. Like,
This is the second time.
the second time, because we didn't watch Doctor Who. Like, we sort of binge watched the first, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
And really 12, he might have been announced before we ever.
I think he had.
It was mainly like when he was leaving, and now, who do we think should be the Doctor?
Yes. So, we are going to review a list from the interwebs, and we will talk about their suggestions and whether we think they're good. I have my own list, but I forgot it. So, and Mallory has her list too. So if our people are not mentioned from my memory and her list on this list, then we'll tell you those.
Yes.
Otherwise, we'll also tell you if these people were on our list. So this list is from mirror.co.uk, which based on, oh yeah, we have drinks.
We have cocktails. I almost forgot. Actually,
Cheers.
this is Prosecco and Margarita Sherb.
Woo! You get like an after kick of lime in there.
Yeah.
It's good.
It really does give you the margarita flavor.
It does. Even the salt somehow.
Yeah. It's weird, but I dig it.
This was a good idea we had. The Prosecco was extra dry, so it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't really relate, but here we go.
We were like, what are we making a video?
Yeah.
Let's make a cocktail.
Yeah. Why not?
afloat.
If we drink enough of them, we may be transported to a different time and relative dimension in space.
It was all wibbly wobbly anyway.
Yeah, we'll be wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. So, alright, so this list, mirror.co.uk, from what information that I sometimes look up about celebrities in the UK, a lot of it either comes from this site or from Daily Mail.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is a tabloid or what, but this list is supposedly all the rumors and bookies' favorites to replace Jodie Whittaker.
Okay.
So, the first person that they mention is Chris Marshall, who is on Death in Paradise and My Family. This is him. I don't recall having seen him in anything.
Me neither.
So maybe, but we don't know him. So then the next person is Michael Sheen, who of course we do know because of Doctor Who. Just kidding, we saw him in Underworld first. But also then we had to watch Good Omens.
Yes.
Because David Tennant was in it and he's our favorite Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And so Michael Sheen.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, I guess.
Yeah.
He would be I could see how he might bring a different type. I mean, I guess all I can think about now is his character from Good Omens.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But I could see that, him bringing a different kind of doctor, maybe.
Michael Sheen's a pretty diverse actor. So, you know, of course, he was kind of like the head werewolf or the head Lycan, I think, in Underworld.
But in a minute.
But then also, he was, I think he's the guy on Prodigal Son. I think he's the dad.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he plays that guy.
Yeah.
Who I assume is, you know, very smart and creepy because I think he's a serial killer. Next, Joanna Page from Gavin and Stacey. Apparently she was in The Day of the Doctor, but she doesn't look super familiar to me. Now, of course, we don't have a ton of experience with British UK TV, so it's going to be a little limited about some of these folks. So I don't know about her. Okay, so the next person is Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who is Fleabag.
Okay.
And then she also, apparently she's been rumored to play the Doctor since 2017. And also she's ranked second best to replace Jodie at 3-1 odds.
Oh.
And she said she wasn't allowed to say one way or the other in 2017 about playing the Doctor. But so I've watched Fleabag. I've watched a couple episodes of that, and then recently I watched a show called Crashing that she was on. That she actually created it, I think, and she starred on it. And so it's hard to say because in both of those shows she's kind of a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the deal. Her character is a hot mess on both of them. So it's hard for me to say because I haven't seen her in anything where she isn't. Because even though the Doctor's kind of scattered, I don't know if hot mess is a good word to describe the Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, so then next we have Tim Rosenthal.
I thought you were about to say Tim Razone. And I was like, what?
Tim Razone! No, okay, also it's Tom. Tom Rosenthal. I don't think I've seen him in anything, really. So, we don't know. Then James Norton, who again? He was in an episode of Doctor Who.
It kind of reminds me of Matt Smith the way.
Yeah, a little bit. This picture, I don't know, he looks pretty serious. Okay, so then, now this person was on my list, is Idris Elba. He was rumored to be the 13th Doctor before it was confirmed to be Jodie Whittaker. And he said he looked silly in a bow tie. But he would be a completely different take, I think, on the Doctor. But he's such a good actor.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would not hate it.
No, I wouldn't hate it at all.
I would like to watch it.
Me too.
But I'm like you. I think he would bring. I could see. Now I don't know. The Doctor, at least in the past, has been a little bit on the goofy side sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like he could bring a suave element to the Doctor.
Yeah.
Too. I feel like he could play up a little bit of that goof, not necessarily as goofy as like
Matt Smith.
Yeah. Or even David Tennant's Doctor. But I think he could bring a little more suave
swagger. Yeah. I think it could work.
I'm on board.
We're here for Idris Elba. Then Charlotte Ritchie. I'm not sure. I don't know her from anything, I don't think. So unclear. Oh well, she was also. Several of these people have been in an episode of Doctor Who, but that don't kick you out, as we know from Peter Capaldi and Karen Gillan. They were actually both in the same episode.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, Ben Whishaw. He has been. I have seen this guy in something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what. Yeah, he's in the new Mary Poppins movie. He was Michael Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, because the kids were grown up in the new movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So, I don't know, maybe. Okay, now, be prepared for name butchering. Maybe you know how to say his name? I don't know. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Mm-hmm.
You know him, you love him, but we don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think he could be a good Doctor. Also, he was in Doctor Strange, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was in Doctor Strange. So yeah. I think he could be good. I know I've seen him in other things too, in more bit parts. So, again, I think that he would bring a different element. The goof factor would be the one I'd be a little bit concerned about, just based on my knowledge of him.
Yeah.
But, this person we definitely know, Tom Ellis.
Well, okay, so obviously I know Tom Ellis as Lucifer.
Yeah.
So thinking about Lucifer being the Doctor is ridiculous.
True.
But I know that he's been on comedies.
Yeah.
Because he was on that show,
Miranda,
that new Cat's Cafe show or whatever it's called is based off of.
No, yeah. Call Me Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know he's done stuff like that. So he could play up that goofy, little bit of, quirk that the Doctor has too. But it's so hard for me now to separate him from Lucifer.
Yeah.
But it's hard to think about.
He'd definitely be some eye candy.
Heck yeah.
But, yeah. It is hard to think because Lucifer is just... Yeah, I don't know, man.
It'd be interesting to see him as the Doctor.
Yeah.
For sure, but...
Yeah. Next on the list, Gillian Anderson. Well, on the one hand, she does have experience with aliens.
I was not saying that the lady from the X-Files.
They're out there.
She is a ginger.
She is a ginger, so she's got that going for her.
The Doctor still hasn't been ginger.
Correct. So, although in this picture she's kind of blondish. But she's been doing more, obviously the X-Files, I guess, was a drama.
Yeah.
But...
I never watched the X-Files. So
I didn't either. So I don't know. I would be concerned.
She seems like serious, but maybe that's because I just know her from that role.
Yeah, that would be my concern too.
It's like the Doctor has serious moments, but I feel like I need the Doctor to be funny.
Yes.
So without the humor, just gets kind of.
Yeah, that's why the first season of Peter Capaldi's run, we didn't care for it at all.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have as good a humor. It was very, I don't know, it just didn't feel like the Doctor. Because even switching from 9 to 10 to 11, even though it was a different person and they had a slightly different personality,
Yeah.
I guess it still felt like the Doctor.
Yeah.
Because they always stood for the same thing.
Right.
And it just seemed like they did something weird in his first season.
Yeah.
But after his first season, it
was
seemed
good.
more like the.
Yeah. And then, of course, Jodie's done a great job with it. So maybe, I don't know. We'd have to see her in some more stuff to really say. Eddie Redmayne.
He was on my list.
Okay. All right.
Which I don't remember. We made these lists like last time before they switched doctors.
Yeah.
But I did see him on the list.
So it's been a while. So Eddie Redmayne, I've really only seen him in Fantastic Beasts as Newt. I know he's been in tons of other things.
Yeah.
And I know that he's an incredible actor because of the range of things that I've seen him in.
Yeah. I think I don't know, I guess because that character sort of has a little bit of that quirkiness and that I could see that,
Yeah, he's almost a doctor anyway.
Yeah, that's the way Newt acts, I guess.
His suitcase has bigger on the inside technology. He's familiar with strange and unknown entities.
Mm.
So yeah, I think he could be a good fit. I think now that he's been, now that he's Newt's commander, I think it's harder because, when people place, to me, I know Fantastic Beasts isn't on exactly the same level as Harry Potter, but it's somewhat iconic. I mean, I know David Tennant was in Harry Potter, but it was such a minor role. Half the time when you tell people, well, David Tennant was in Harry Potter, they don't even realize he was.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's hard to separate people from roles sometimes.
Yes.
That were big, or if it's one of the only things you've ever seen them do, that's all you can think of.
But otherwise, he'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Julia Foster. That's this lady here. No, I don't think I know her.
Yeah, I don't know if I know her or not.
She was named on a fan website. Fan website Doctor Who TV claimed that Julia Foster will be replacing Jodie after correctly predicting Jodie would step down after the festive episode.
Well.
So, maybe they know what they're talking about. But maybe they don't. So, I don't know. Since I don't really know her from anything, hard to say. I'm going to look her up, though. And then, that was the end of that list.
I also had, which I know we had talked about this before, Rupert Grant.
Yes.
Also Ginger.
Yes.
And I feel like he could bring a good doctor-ishness to the role.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that. But he's done other things since then.
Yeah. I mean, I've only ever seen him play Ron, and it would be hard at first not to think about Ron.
Right.
Looking at him play a different part. But at the same time, I think he could still do a good job at being the doctor. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know one person I had on my list was Richard Ayoade.
Yeah, he's on mine too.
From the IT crowd. So, he plays Moss. And, the only thing I think we're worried about with him is he might be too goofy, having only seen him as Moss.
But I don't know, I just always thought he would be such a cool doctor.
Me too.
And I feel like if he could bring a little bit of Moss to the doctor, but not quite all of Moss to the doctor,
right,
that it would be good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, because I've also seen him, he was in that movie The Watch, but that movie was also
goofy.
Yeah. And he turned out to be like an alien
yeah.
or something, didn't he?
So, hey, experience.
It's close.
He could be the doctor. I feel like somebody that I did have on my list, and this is probably a long shot at this point, but was Tom Hiddleston.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously we've seen him as Loki, and Loki has a certain goofiness and a certain deviousness to him. But then I feel like Tom Hiddleston is just the epitome of cool. Like, he's just so effortlessly cool that, you know.
He'd be an interesting doctor, I think.
Yeah. He's so good looking. I mean, I'm here for it just because he's so good looking, but also, you know, like, I don't know if that's realistic. I'm surprised that they haven't put up Reggie John Page from Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I know there's still a lot of Bridgerton to go, but he's so popular right now, and I probably butchered his name, but he's really popular right now. He just hosted SNL when we're filming this.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a good doctor. He's very good looking, but he's, Simon is a very multifaceted character, I feel like, on Bridgerton, that I feel like he could pull off.
Yeah. He's got the serious part down.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious, because that's obviously the only thing I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of British TV and things, movies and things.
You know, somebody else that could potentially be a good doctor, I don't know, it'd be tough because I could kind of see it, is Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
We got the ginger thing going for us there. And obviously, she's good at ruling since she's Queen of the North.
Right. I feel like her, it's so much different than Sansa. I guess because I follow her on Instagram and I've seen lots of stuff for her. She seems like
Yeah, she's got the goofiness
like
to
she's
her.
got that fun and she can do funny, I think.
Yeah.
Even though I've only ever seen her as Sansa.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I didn't see her in the X-Men.
Yeah, I didn't either.
We haven't watched that X-Men movie.
But I know...
Which that was probably a serious character too.
Yeah. Well, the original, whatchamacallit, Jean Page was very serious.
Mm-hmm.
So...
She's on the left, poor Cyclops.
Yeah.
I'm not over it.
I know, me neither. I'm so bummed about it. You know, honestly, Emilia Clarke, she could be a good doctor. Daenerys obviously is iconic, but Emilia Clarke doesn't look like Daenerys when she's not Daenerys. So you can separate the two. Emilia Clarke could be an alright doctor, actually, if we're talking about Game of Thrones people. Actually, a lot of them could be alright doctors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess you thought might as well throw Benedict Cumberbatch in there. Why not? He's already been Sherlock. Why not be the doctor?
Doctor.
The only thing about that is I feel like he would seem like Sherlock for some reason.
Yeah.
And that's...
Sherlock would not be a good doctor.
No, Sherlock would be a terrible doctor. So... One person I just thought of now while I'm on this ginger kick, because the doctor's always talked about being a ginger. Domhnall Gleeson, so Bill Weasley, sticking with the Weasley theme.
Weasley.
He could be a good doctor, I think.
Weasley is our king.
Yeah, Weasley's our king.
Our doctor.
Because he's played a lot of different parts. And in Peter Rabbit, he kind of course, he had to go with the flow to keep up with the zany rabbits. I mean, James Corden voiced Peter Rabbit, so so I think he could be a good doctor as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know what direction they're looking to go in. You know, honestly, who could make a good doctor? Mostly because I find her character hilarious on Bridgerton, is Adjoa Ondo. And she plays Lady Danbury on Bridgerton. I feel like she's so refined, but then she just throws out these little barbs at people that crack me up. So I think she could be great, especially, you know, if they're sticking with a female doctor.
Yeah. I wondered if they would, like, if they would try to cast another female doctor, or if they would
Yeah.
say, well, now we're just gonna,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's kind of a double-edged sword because I feel like, you know, I mean, the good thing about Doctor Who is I know people are critical, like people were critical when they announced the first female doctor, so I'm sure people will also be critical if they move away from having a female doctor, but at the same time, it's the doctor. You never really know what you're gonna, what you're gonna get.
Like, you kind of want something different, a little different than
Yeah.
the past doctor, which doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have to be a woman again.
Right.
But I don't know, I just want something, whoever it is, I hope it's somebody that can bring a new life. I always like, when they regenerate, it's sad because you miss the doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, when I first started watching Doctor Who and 9 was leaving at the end of the first season, I was so sad because I thought we only got one season and I love the Doctor so much. And then
Yeah.
we moved on to the next season, I'm like, oh, I love this Doctor. And like sometimes it takes you a minute, but by the end of the season,
Yeah.
you're always sad to see them go.
Yeah, I pretty much just quit
But-
watching it after Tim left the first time.
But I still, when it comes back then, I like to see somebody who's a little bit different than
Yeah.
previous. Because whereas it does feel like the same character, it also feels different enough to where
Yeah.
it feels like you're watching a new story.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be as sad thinking about
The old doctor leaving.
the doctor left, like doctor left Rose,
Yeah.
you know, the doctor left Amy and Rory, the doctor, you know, left Donna and her grandpa. The doctor now left Graham and
Yeah.
Ryan.
Graham and Ryan, man.
I miss Graham.
Yeah.
I miss Graham already.
I know, me too. We love Graham. Ryan was cool too. Ryan had some growing up to do.
Yeah.
Another person I now remember I had on my list, sorry to interrupt the train of thought, but is Haley Atwell.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because I love her and she was awesome as Agent Carter. And if Agent Carter can't be the doctor, I don't really know who can.
Yeah. I feel like she would bring a good, like, I don't know, she'd bring like female empowerment to the doctor, but also
Right.
humor to the doctor at the same time.
Yeah, see, I think she could be a little bit more, a little bit less goofy than Jodie is sometimes, and seem more kind of like Ten. You know, when you really think about Ten, he seemed goofy and fun because he was, but then when you watch Matt Smith, you think, man, that was not the same. And
Yeah.
so I think she could bring that 10 level energy to it. Actually, I'm kind of looking at your pops, honestly, and getting ideas for people. Because then I thought, what about Fitz?
Fitz. Now, I think Ian DeCasticker seems like such a great actor. From what everybody I've ever seen who's worked with him has said,
Yeah.
is that he's so good at like just playing up different roles. I mean, even Fitz
Right.
went through craziness, so that would be cool to see. Would see his take on the Doctor.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd be thinking about Fitz the whole time, but still,
Man, well.
I would enjoy it. I think.
Oh, I know. What about Gwendolyn Christie?
Brienne of Tarth for Doctor.
Yeah. Now, she could be a good doctor.
Yeah.
Also. I'm sure the people that are watching this that are also casting Doctor Who right now are thinking, these people don't know what they're talking about. But we do. We know what the people want.
So we'll see
Yeah.
who becomes the Doctor, and if it was any of the people we talked about today, or somebody totally different that we didn't know.
They should cast a Grogu as the Doctor. So there's you some ideas, casting people.
Yep. That's what some of our favorites. Idris Elba, bring it on.
Yes. Rupert Grint. Put him at the top. Haley Atwell. We gave you lots of good options. Richard Ayoade. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably actually my number one, if I'm being honest and fair.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments who you think should be the next Doctor.
Yep.
And we'll all find out soon, I guess, whenever they cast. And we'll be right.
We may not find out until the finale if they want to surprise people by
Yeah.
who the Doctor turns into.
Yeah. We found out who Jodie was in advance, and honestly, I'd rather not know. I would
Yeah.
rather,
I want to be surprised when
Yeah.
they turn into them and you're like,
yeah. So like and subscribe. Let us know who you think should be the Doctor. Watch all of our other videos that are about other pop culture things mostly.
if you like cons, we have some con videos.
Yep.
We have we watch movies we've never seen.
Yep.
We read books. We like to drink a lot.
Yeah. But not too much like my little health assessment trying to make me out to be a lush.
Well,
I am not a lush. Just like that warrior is not a cat. Bye guys.
they